And today we're dishing with you from Casa, Nonna, which is Grandma's house in DuPont Circle.
We're located at 1250 Connecticut Avenue in DuPont Circle.
And just a few of the amazing menu items that we are checking out today.
Gonna eat.
We're gonna eat. Our polipo, which is octopus. Mortadella al forno, which is this roasted meat right here. The focaccia, which they serve with every meal. You won't want to miss the bigoli, the hand-cranked pasta with clams. And we're not going to miss out on these delicious cannolis.
I'm going to fight each one of them for their individual cannoli.
Mallory. Dave, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
You're going to talk to us about a serious issue, but one that we can have a lot of fun with too, because we're all going to participate in this.
Absolutely.
In this event. You're going to talk about the AIDS Walk, which is happening in October. Tell me a little bit about how the AIDS Walk got started and why it's so important for everyone in DC to participate.
Sure. Well, actually, this is a big year for us. This is the 25th annual AIDS Walk Washington. And really, it's evolved over the years. Certainly, the first years of the AIDS Walk were kind of a result of public anger, frustration at government lack of response to the HIV/AIDS crisis.
Which is very serious here.
Absolutely. And at the time, of course, to raise money for, at the time, it was Whitman-Walker Clinic, the really necessary services that were providing to people living with HIV and AIDS. It's changed over the years, certainly, as I think there's been some AIDS fatigue in recent years, things of that nature. But AIDS Walk is really making a big return to health. We get about 10,000 people, excuse me, every year who participate and raise anywhere between $800,000 and $900,000.
Oh, wow.
And our goal this year is to raise $1 million. So we're seeing a real renewed interest and a real commitment to the cause of HIV and AIDS. And as it did in the past, it still benefits the programs of what's now called Whitman-Walker Health, which focuses on HIV and AIDS care. Certainly people are living much longer these days with medications, but that just means that we need to provide even more services to folks over the span of their lifetime to ensure that it's a healthy one.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the state of, I mean, you don't have to throw out statistics,
sure.
But how are we doing with our fight against AIDS here in the district? I know this is a place that it's been really hit hard.
It certainly has been. I mean, we're certainly making progress, and every day, Whitman-Walker strives to, improve the health of the community. But just last year, the HIV/AIDS Administration actually released a report confirming that 3% of DC residents, adults, are HIV positive. Wow. And that's confirmed. Those are people who've actually been tested, know their status. It's actually estimated that it could be double that, people who are living with HIV in the district. So a lot of what we do at Whitman-Walker, and the reason the AIDS Walk is so important, certainly is to raise funds, but it's also to still educate the public. It's to say you need to know your status, you need to protect yourself, you need to protect your loved ones. So that's why the event itself is still so really critical to this community.
Now, when I was growing up, there was a lot of talk about the AIDS Walk and the AIDS quilt that we see on the National Mall.
Sure.
Is that still part of your
Yep, the AIDS Memorial Quilt, it's now housed in Atlanta, and I believe the last time it was actually displayed in Washington was in the 1990s, maybe 96. And it took over, well, I think they're talking about it for next year, which it'll be quite an undertaking. But it covered basically the entire mall the last time it was here. And now it's basically stored in Atlanta, and they send out panels from the quilt across the country to college campuses, to events like AIDS Walk to still, raise awareness. And we always have about 40 panels from the quilt on display at AIDS Walk. We try to get panels that are relevant to Washington, D.C. We always have Max Robinson's panel there. We have panels from people who are important to the growth of Whitman-Walker Clinic. And what I find really amazing about the quilt, because it's been so many years now, is that younger generations don't know what the quilt is, have never ever seen it displayed. So to actually bring it there for folks to see and really provide a little bit of history to the AIDS crisis, I think is really an important thing to do. And so that'll be on display.
You mentioned earlier that there was maybe perhaps some AIDS fatigue or HIV fatigue with regards to raising money. What challenges have you guys faced recently in terms of being able to raise money to meet your goals? And would you think maybe incorporating the quilt now would be a great opportunity to
Sure.
create more volunteers.
Well, I think like any nonprofit, we certainly faced some rough times with the recession in 2008. Prior to that, Whitman-Walker was going through its own type of financial crisis. Since then, we've really found our footing. We're moving forward. We're in great financial states right now. So I think people can feel that they can donate and contribute to AIDS Walk and know that their money is really going to good services and good programs. I think anything we can do to raise awareness of the epidemic and the event, whether it's the quilt, whether it's our performances that we're going to have down there, because it is, in a lot of ways, it really is a fun event.
Performances, that's what tell us about the performances.
Well, we'll have the Gay Men's Chorus of Washington.
Oh, we
Okay.
love that.
We'll have the DC Cowboys.
Okay.
Love them
We'll
too.
have, let's see, who else is Caution Dance Crew, a hip-hop dance
So
team.
fun,
We'll be
okay.
performing. We'll have NBC4 celebrities on stage. So that brings, I think, folks down there, gets them involved, and that's what we're hoping for.
So, okay, so who participates in this walk? I know the answer is everyone.
Everybody.
But who do we get out to this walk? We have college groups that come out to support
We
their
have
fraternities and sororities.
every college is represented in
Okay.
AIDS Walk. American University actually last year was one of our largest teams with over 500 people,
Going.
raising about $11,000, and they're always in good competition with GMU, who has a close to the
yeah.
same size team. It really is everybody. It's the faith community that turns out. It's our corporate partners, especially like Booz Allen Hamilton, Geico, Safeway, Giant. It runs the gamut. And the great thing I think about the walk is that the crowd that it attracts really is our community coming together.
And are you a volunteer with the organization?
No, I'm actually on staff at Whitman-Walker. I'm our Deputy Director of Community Relations, and a part of that job is the Director of the Walk,
Nice.
which is a great aspect
Sort
of
of
my
seems
job.
like a perk, not more work.
It really is. No, it really is. It's something that I love doing. I love being around the energetic people who are committed to the cause, and the 500 volunteers who'll turn out to actually make the event happen. So yeah, it really is.
Where will we be
It's a
walking?
great benefit.
Yeah, tell us how we can walk, where we're going.
Sure. It starts, again, it's October 29th, starts and ends at Freedom Plaza. We have a stage program, again, that starts about 8:15, and then our timed run, 5K, certified course, starts at 8:30, and the walk at 9:15. So basically it goes down Pennsylvania Avenue toward the U.S. Capitol. It's a beautiful walk. It's flat for those who, are kind of timid about turning out to run
I
or
can do a
walk.
5K. I can even do a 5K.
This
And
is
you
a
take
walk.
your own time, you can stroll.
That's right.
And then it ends back at Freedom Plaza, and then we conclude with another stage program.
And
So
are there any health screenings or any other surrounding the
there
walk?
sure
or is
are.
there an
Again, this goes to
opportunity?
the educational aspect of the walk. Our mobile testing unit will be on site that morning, beginning at 7 a.m. We provide 20-minute results for HIV testing. It's free. So we would encourage people who are going to be down there to certainly get tested, know their status as a part of the event. We'll also have NIH's Vaccine Research Center mobile van on site, as well as representatives from about 20 other HIV/AIDS service organizations in the community.
Well, like I said, it was
Big day.
a
It really
serious
is, yes.
topic, but it's going to be a fun day.
It really is.
And it sounds like something that everyone should participate in. This is a cause that's important to you. Thank you so much for being with us
Thank you for
today.
having me. I appreciate
and
it.
as always, thank you for being with us here on this episode of The District Dish.